We're good to go.
Hi, how are you? Good, thank you. Yay!
Remember, turn on my mic. Usually they can catch it with a couple mics down. Somebody said last meeting they couldn't hear me. I don't even know too often. Come on, Kevin.
We're live.
We would call this meeting to order. First item on the agenda is election of officers. Per the City of Hollister's Planning Commission bylaws, each year at its first regular meeting in January, the Planning Commission shall elect among its members a chairperson and a vice chairperson to serve for a term of 1 year. This year's election of officers has been postponed to the month of February to allow time for the existing and newly selected planning commissioners to be sworn in and ensure that there is a fully staffed planning commission. It says here, the new chairperson and vice chairperson shall be installed and sworn in immediately following their selection. However, we're already sworn in as commissioners, so we will just switch seats if needed. And these positions are limited to 2 consecutive terms of office. Okay, so is there any discussion before we discuss nominations for chair and vice chair? Me.
Oh,
Yeah.
A new chair.
Right. Okay. Any nominations for chair?
I'll make a nomination. I nominate Kevin Anderson to continue on with the chairperson of the planning commission.
Thank you. We have a nomination. Is there a second?
I'd like to second that.
Okay, thank you. We have a nomination and a second for me to continue as a chairperson. Is there any further discussion? Okay, all in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Appears to be unanimous. We will now have nominations for a vice chair.
Who wants it? Or anybody interested?
Given your experience, would you be interested?
Well, but I just got here. Maybe somebody else that's already on here. It doesn't matter to me, but I just got here, so I'm open for anybody else. If you so choose.
So I'll make a nomination of Commissioner Belong as vice chair.
I'll second that.
Do you accept that? Do you accept the nomination?
I accept. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for Commissioner Belong to be vice chair. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay.
That goes without saying. Congratulations, you guys.
Okay. All right, the motion passes 5-0. So next item is the Pledge of Allegiance. Commissioner Lenore, would you please lead us? Thank you.
Ready?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Chair Henderson,
Here.
Vice Chair Belong,
Present.
Commissioner Corona,
Here.
Commissioner Huboy,
Here.
Commissioner Lenore. So verification of agenda posting is Friday, February 17th, 2023 at 5:18 PM.
Thank you. We have approval of minutes. We have 3 sets of minutes, December 15th, 2022, January 26th, 2023, and February 9th, 2023. Were there any corrections to the minutes? Okay, can I get a motion to approve?
I make a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
Thank you. We have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, motion carries 5-0. Public input. This is the time for anyone in the audience to speak on any item not on the agenda and within the subject matter jurisdiction of the,
Mr. Chair,
yes.
if I did not express my approval for the minutes because I have to abstain from January 26th meeting. I was absent. for the
Did you know
January
you don't
26th
have to
meeting.
abstain? I don't think, even if you're not there. I think I read that somewhere.
It's true. As long as you've read and understand the minutes
Okay.
as written, you can vote on them.
Okay,
But you
then
can abstain as well if you choose. It's up to you.
I'll go ahead and say yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, that motion carries 5-0. And sorry, I didn't catch your non-vote. So, okay, so the public input, when the secretary calls your name, please come to the podium, state your name and city for the record, and speak to the City Planning Commission. If you're joining us by Zoom, please click on the bottom of your screen and to raise your hand. If you are joining us by Zoom using a cell phone, please press *9. Each speaker will be limited to 3 minutes with a maximum of 30 minutes per subject. Please note that state law prohibits the Planning Commission from discussing or taking action on any item not on the agenda. Do we have any speakers?
We do not have any speakers.
Okay, we'll open and close the public input at 6:08. We'll move on to public hearings. Item 1, Site and Architectural Review 2022-11. Do we have a staff report?
Thank you, Chair. For this item, the applicant has requested continuance of this item to work with staff on some of the conditions of approval in order to have a favorable recommendation. Well, there was a favorable recommendation, just some modifications to those conditions. And we had a conversation with them today, and they did express in writing they would like a continuance. So the recommendation would be a continuance to our already scheduled special meeting of March 9th.
Okay, thank you for that report. Any further discussion by the commission? Can I get a motion to continue item 1 to date certain of March 9th, 2020? Okay,
Question.
go ahead.
Wait, is this a public hearing or a public meeting item? Public meeting item. It's like you have to open the public hearing and continue to date certain? Or is it not a public hearing?
It is a public hearing, so you
Okay.
could accept public comments.
If there's any, and
Yeah,
then
and
yeah.
continue to date certain.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you close the public hearing or you just leave it open till date certain?
No, you would close
Okay.
it, yeah. So you can vote on the motion to continue after the. public
But you
hearing's
open the
closed.
public hearing.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Okay, so we will have a public comment on item 1, opening at 6:10. Any speakers?
We do not have any speakers.
Thank you. We will close the public comment at 6:10. Okay, and is there a motion?
Yeah, you'll move to, well, if you so choose, move to continue to date certain of March.
Okay. I'll move that we continue this item to date certain of March 9th, planning commission meeting.
There is a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Dubois,
Yes.
Chair Henderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Corona,
Yes.
Vice Chair Belong,
Yes.
Commissioner Lenore.
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0. We will move on to item 2, zoning ordinance amendment 2023-4. Do we have a staff report?
This item is also recommended for continuance to to a date certain of March 23rd. And this item is still being worked through with our city attorney and staff. So wanted to make sure, so we didn't have to renotice to March 23rd.
Thank you. Any questions for staff? We will open the public comment on item 2 at 6:11. Any speakers?
We do not have any speakers.
Thank you. We will close the public comment at 6:12. Is there a motion?
I'll move that we continue this item to the March 23rd planning commission meeting.
Thank you. We have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
We have a second by Commissioner Huboy. Any further discussion?
Just to confirm, the date was going to be March 23rd.
Yes, confirmed.
Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Huboy,
Yes.
Chair Henderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Corona,
Yes.
Vice Chair Belong,
Yes.
Commissioner Lenore.
Aye.
Thank you. We'll move to new business. Item 1, selection of General Plan Advisory Committee, GPAC, Planning Commission representatives. Do we have a staff report?
At the request of the city manager's office, this item will be pulled from this agenda and will be agendized at another planning commission meeting.
Thank you for that report. Is there any questions from the commission? Okay, hearing no questions, we will open the public. Do we do public comment on this? It's
You
not a
don't
public hearing.
need to, but I do believe there is someone here that would likely want to make public comment, perhaps. So. it's
Okay,
up to
well,
you.
we'll open it up. We'll open it. So we will open public comment on new business item 1 at 6:13. Do we have any speakers?
We have no speaker cards, nobody online.
Thank you. We will close the
You
public
never
comment
know.
at 6:13. So can we get a motion to continue new business item 1 to a date uncertain?
It actually does not need to be continued. It's just being pulled completely.
Okay,
Not continued. Thank you.
all right. So we don't need to vote on this at all.
Right.
Okay, great. Thank you. We'll move on to old business.
No old business at this point.
Okay.
That's a no.
All right, planning department reports.
The only report, thank you, Chair. The only report that I would have, will be forwarding to all of you, the Planning Commissioner Academy that is going to be held near Disneyland, maybe this Garden Grove this year. Anyway, that's the Planning Commissioners Academy. For any of you that are not familiar, it's put on by the League of California Cities, and it's a 3-day wonderful training for specifically for planning commissioners. We also would like to have the city council be invited as well, because there's a lot of really great things, a lot of things that you have learned with all of our ordinance work that we're doing. There's CEQA training, there's what's going on in California right now, all the new legislative updates. Very, very,
That's awesome.
yeah, it's very good to go to.
And other city ideas.
Other city
Excuse me.
ideas. I mean, really, a lot of people come back with a whole new perspective on planning in general, and also with the new ideas that are coming out in California. The dates for that are March 29th through the 31st. It's held at the Hyatt Regency in Orange County. So currently, any commissioner who is interested, it looks like we potentially, possibly, I think so. We have a budget for all of you to go this year. So please get, if you'd like to go March 29th through 31st, please get that into us as soon as possible so we can start getting the registration done. I can't guarantee that we can get, we'll have to figure out the hotel and flight information. Some people like to do an extended thing, but we'll be able to deal with those 3 days for you. So I highly recommend that you go, or you can drive down. Yeah. So it's extremely worthwhile. It only comes around once a year. It flip-flops between Southern California and Northern California. This one looks like it would be a lot of fun for this year. So, yeah, go ahead.
Would it be possible for you to email us some more information on this?
Yeah, so I've asked Amber to forward the information to you. You'll get that with the Planning Commissioner Academy. It'll have a brochure, all of the dates, what the items are, excuse me, and there's tours that they end up doing. There's different things that you can sign up for. So we'd be interested in you may be able to do self-registration, maybe not. We'll figure it out, but we'll work with our administrative staff on that. And hopefully we'll have some planning staff that will be able to go as well. And yeah. So for those of
bonding thing
Mhm.
get a planning commission and staff really can be a really good experience.
Yeah, and it's so anyway, that we wanted to extend that to you all. I know it's coming up fairly soon, but we talked about it today and I said we need to get this out to the planning commissioners.
I'm interested. Because I've been wanting to go to one. We didn't have rights for a long time.
Yeah,
We just didn't. And
well, that's
they used to go many moons ago, but there was hard times and I said that would be nice. I went to the one when I was on the city council to Sacramento,
Mhm.
and it was just wonderful. And I learned a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I did, so they're very valuable. You pick and choose what is of interest to you.
right.
So that was a good experience. I'm
Mhm.
sure the planning one is even better.
And the other thing is, if there's multiple commissioners going, is to split up what you go to. But you're also able to, I think at this academy, you should be able to, because you have registered, get the material for all the other, all of the other educational sessions and presentations.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to go in 2020 in Sacramento. So it was good. Learned a lot. So yeah, if you can make time in your schedule, that'd be great to go. So any other reports from the planning department?
Not at this time.
Okay, thank you. Planning Commission reports.
Mr. Chair, I do have a report.
Go ahead.
So I attended the 4th meeting on the Comprehensive Economic Development Strategy put on by the San Benito Economic Development Corporation. Christy was there with me at the last meeting, and essentially what it is it's a means to engage community leaders, leverage involvement of the private sector, establish strategic blueprint for regional collaboration. The comprehensive economic development strategy provides capacity building foundation by which the public sector, working in conjunction with other economic actors, individuals, firms, industries, creates an environment for regional economic prosperity. Simply put, the comprehensive economic development strategy is a strategy-driven plan for regional economic development. I was selected to represent the environment and should be getting some more information about that when it's near completion. That's my. Yes, they are. I've been learning a lot too. Yes, they are. So that's my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Huboy. Any other reports from the commission? Okay. All right, so we reached the end of the agenda. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make that motion to adjourn.
Thank you. We have a motion. Is there a second? All in favor?
Aye.